Welcome to the 10th edition of the European Development Days. My neighbour's prosperity is my own prosperity. Your problem is my problem. It's one word. We are one, and we're finally starting to realize that.
The GCCA is an initiative from the European Union, and that started or was created in 2007 to foster the dialogue between the EU and developing countries on climate change issue, climate change policy, and also to offer technical support and financial support for them to get into practice of how to adapt to climate change. It's important to us to be here in this major event for the European Commission. So for us it's important to interact with other potential partners, but also collaborators, EU departments, etc.
The GCCA is the Global Climate Change Alliance project funded by the European Union. One of the components being implemented in Ethiopia, where we as GIZ are asked to implement the project for the European Union.
Ethiopia is one of the world's most vulnerable countries to climate change. As many as 80% of its population work in agriculture, a sector which represents 40% of the country's economic output.
The basic idea of the project is that we are supposed to test and pilot climate change agricultural interventions, document them and recommend them to the Ministry of Agriculture in Ethiopia for further upscaling.
So we're hoping very much with the app to engage with our audiences. We all know that in order for the climate science to be absorbed, we need to communicate about it properly. So that's why we develop products like the app where our audiences can engage. So in the app, you are the Ethiopian farmer based in one of the GCCA projects. And by flipping over the coins and finding their matches, you are exercising a climate resilient activity. The more matches you find, the more you have helped to protect your village against climate change.
It's a really fun way to actually get to learn a bit about how to help those farmers to improve the situation, and yeah, that was a very fun hub.
So now I know about all the 10 elements you need to be a sustainable farmer. And the nicest thing was that the little farmer always made cheers when one got to that one say.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And the objective today is as a brainstorming session. So we're trying to get as many ideas and as many of thinking, strategical thinking after the Paris Agreement. So we're trying to get ideas in terms of like applying, projects to more policy work. Another objective is also, to get to know different stakeholders around the table. And finally, is to share some knowledge that we might not have and they might have. So I think it's a good idea to have this kind of session.
I loved it, talking from people from different sectors who are working from different angles, but knowledgeable, interesting and innovative. So I have a positive feeling coming out of the session.
We need to, to make sure that people actually adapt and integrate climate change into their own lives.
What I thought of this session is that it was a really good opportunity to meet other professionals in different organizations from different countries and backgrounds.